You like flowers? Me too. What's up, everybody? I'm Ben, and this is the Urbstead, and it is winter time. As you can tell, it's really ugly out. It's gray, there's no color, and, well, our mess of a garden is still a mess of a garden. It doesn't look very great. But today we're going to be taking some steps to make sure it looks even better this summer. All right, so here at the Urbstead, we usually like to focus on plants that will be productive in terms of something we can eat or use, but we don't like to skimp on the visuals if we can help it. Now, of course, it looks like a mess, but also we can make it a colorful mess. Which one's your favorite?
Beautiful.
Those ones in the middle?
Uh-huh.
What about these other ones? Do you like these too?
Not really.
Oh, okay. So just the middle ones.
Because these are both the same.
So these ones are your favorite?
But
Dita, what if
nothing in them?
They're already planted. Oh! What if I told you that all we have to do to get flowers every year is to plant bulbs like this? How cool is that?
Plant seeds and the seeds.
These ones are called bulbs because their seeds are about that big. And I just put them down on the ground and flowers bloom up out of them every year.
Even
Sadly, not at winter. Although...
summer, New Year's.
Yeah, every spring and summer, these new flowers will come up. Is that pretty cool? Yeah. First on the list is a mixture of parrot tulips. That's going to be pretty fun. 6 bulbs, so I'm just going to kind of spread it out. Let's see what we have next. This one looked fantastic. It's a peppermint stick tulip, and it says deer resistant. I'll believe it when I see it. We also got this massive bag of narcissus daffodils, and again it says deer resistant. I don't know. I just don't know. Or maybe they are. That would be great. But we have the really big bag, so these ones are going to be sort of taking up most of the space, while the specific tulips are going to be kind of interspersed in between them. Rounding it out one more time with another pack of parrot mixture tulips. Enjoy the time lapse. And that's it. When springtime comes around, we should start to see a ton of little buds starting to pop up and sprouts coming out of the ground. And I'm hopeful that at least 35 of these daffodils were still good and viable. Who knows? I'd say by the time maybe another year is out, this whole thing should be really thick with flowers. There's a lot of lavender still, and a lot of the stuff we planted fresh last year from seed is actually sticking around really well. So I've just been super excited as we increase the amount of flowers in this front bed every year. It just, I don't know, it's incredible. I also added this grass here. It used to be sitting up right next to the grill, and I don't know, kind of liking it. It kind of breaks up the space between beyond where it's largely lavender, and then on this side where it's mostly going to be bulb flowers. All in all, it's a very gray day. So what better day to plan for future color in your yard than a day that is horribly bland and gray. It's also New Year's, so Happy New Year's. If you've never done bulb flowers yourself, it's super easy. My recommendation is when you get a bulb flower, you open up the packet. They usually have a centimeter depth reading or an inch depth reading. And this is basically just a recommendation of how far down the bulb likes to sit. Depending on the shovel you have, mine actually came with notches at 5 and 10 centimeters deep. And the flowers that I planted today were either 6 centimeters deep, 12 centimeters deep, or 15 centimeters deep. So it was kind of easy to just eyeball using those marks at a general depth on how far down these bulbs need to be. Super simple. Bulb flowers are lovely because depending on where you live, you can leave the flower bulb in the ground year-round, especially if you cover it up with mulch or some sort of mulch or ground covering. And that way it's kind of the lazy man's flower. You just perpetually get nice, beautiful flowers that come out. So it's my recommendation that you try bulb flowers in your own garden this year for a nice perennial pop of color for a little bit of effort. Thanks for coming by. This has been the Urbstead with Ben, and as always, grow on.